This is the last week of your first trimester. The good news is that your risk of miscarriage is much lower than earlier in pregnancy. Make sure that you're staying well hydrated and drinking about 80 ounces of fluid per day. Also, skip on the junk food and binge on foods rich with protein, iron, and calcium. These nutrients are crucial to your baby's development.
Welcome to week 14 of pregnancy. This week, you're probably going to start to have your tiredness and everything like that go away. Your queasiness is going to start to come down. And if it doesn't go down and completely away this week, it will in the weeks to come. Another exciting thing is that now that your uterus is starting to push out above your pelvic bone, you might start to show this week, which is pretty exciting. In terms of your baby, they're about the size of a lemon now, 1.5 ounces. This week, they're going to start sending brain impulses, and if you get an ultrasound, you may even see them sucking their thumb. Their liver's also going to start producing bile, and the most exciting of them all is now that their kidneys are working, they're going to start to pee within the amniotic fluid.
In week 15 of your pregnancy, your baby's around the size of a navel orange, and it's starting to develop things like hearing, and its body's becoming more proportional and its legs are becoming its legs are now longer than its arms. And in terms of your health, the morning sickness and tiredness that you may have experienced in earlier weeks of pregnancy may be starting to subside, and the skin in your stomach may become itchy because it is stretching out with the baby growing.
During your second trimester, week 16, your baby will double its weight and add inches to its length. Currently, the baby is about the size of an avocado, however, his legs are much more developed and his head is more erect. Scalp patterning has begun and has even started to grow toenails. Your life is probably also much easier since during this period of time, you're experiencing fewer mood swings, less nausea, and glowing skin. Soon, you will also experience kicks from your baby. The earliest movements may feel like flutters, gas bubbles, or even like popcorn popping.
Welcome to week 17 of pregnancy. This week, you may start to feel a little weird. You're going to start to feel a little off balance. As your stomach pushes out, your center of gravity is going to change. So in that case, it's time to ditch the high heels and trade them in for a pair of flats. And really stay away from any high-risk activity that may lead to falling. This is because you falling could cause trauma to the baby, which could be very dangerous. Also, your eyes may start to come dry this week. In terms of your baby, they're about the size of a turnip now. And the umbilical cord is becoming stronger and thicker. They can also start to move their joints this week, and their skeleton that was once soft cartilage is now starting to turn into hard bone.
This is week 18, and your baby will be about 5.5 inches and 7 ounces, about the size of a bell pepper. You will notice an increase in appetite and specific food cravings, and you will have lower blood pressure, so when you get up, you might experience dizziness. Also, when you lay down, it'd be best to lay down on your side because lying on your back might compress a major vein in your uterus, which would decrease blood flow back to your heart.